put I'm not gonna put blame Evan. I'm just gonna say, yeah, okay. I'll assume any responsibility. Poof. And now, let me see if the command still works. Command still works. Alright. I wish I could make it so the screen wasn't tilted, but I can't really do anything. Savage. Alright. So it's gonna be a new game. I did my other playthrough on no, I'm gonna do it on easy. I'm gonna start time like if it was a speed run, but I'm just gonna go as I just need to treat it as a general run. How much delay is there? What the fuck? Alright. Without further ado, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm just gonna do it on easy. Just gonna do this challenge on easy. Alright. So the goal of low percent is to beat the game while getting as few objectives as possible. Might seem counterintuitive, especially since N% already doesn't get too much, but I'm gonna spice it up a bit with some zombie hover all over the place. Except not in chapter 1, because chapter 1 is boring. So not until the ancient ship. Regular gameplay until the ancient ship. Can't really do much. Right. Let's not talk to him. Since it's not really a speedrun, I'm gonna allow myself to up the sound so you can see anything. Alright. And so since I only have Rex, I can't zombie hover yet, so I can't skip locations. So it's gonna be a fairly regular chapter 1. And I've tried skipping some locations like the Bower Lounge because it's completely useless. But there's no way you can jump past it. So that's pretty sad. No way to skip Argentum Bazaar. Oops. So I should accept the also. Forgetting how to actually play the game. And I have notes up until the Echoes fight. Because I went until Echoes in a test playthrough. And then I don't have anything else. So we're gonna see. Why did I have to go? Did I? Oh, I have to. I'm actually stupid. It's fine because I had to get these locations anyway. It's not a big deal, I'm just gonna walk there. So much for having run the game before. Can't really do shit. Oops. Hopefully I don't speak too loud. I don't want to wake up my dad. Can't really do anything now. Can't skip anything. Is it a good idea to play in Japanese? Oh, I'll stay on Japanese. Doesn't matter too much because most zombie arcs are gonna be with a crystal core anyway. Just in case I need money later. I don't know. Like I'm only having a timer on my side just to just to have an idea of how fast I'm going without having to look at the stream time. And then I can just where's that noise? Oh yeah, it's still alright. Where was that noise? I don't buy the deed because I have prevented myself to get a deed. Because all I've done is just take the requirements for Hando. Hi Baz, how's it going on your end? Going alright. Nice. I'm already doing some mistakes in chapter 1, but it's not unusual for me, so it's fine. Do I go to Maelstrom? Right, no, I should. DLC. And I'm gonna save. I need. So what did I buy in my notes? Gonna start up chapter 4 in Honda soon. Not looking forward to the Marine. Marine is Marine is kind of free. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I had a strat at that moment in time and then I forgot it. I don't remember having particular difficulties with the Marine. Maybe I was just over leveled in my test patrol. Could happen. Or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably be fine. So the usual. I didn't change anything. One muscle belt, 2 fuzzy hats, and 10 disciplines. Didn't change anything. Disable the aggro. Oh no, aggro. Easy. Let's save. I'm gonna save because if I overshoot, I'm gonna get the location behind spray. That would not be a good time. So yeah, basically what I'm doing right here is I'm taking the hundo requirements and backwards. So instead of getting every location, every quest, every rare blade, every UMs, every studied and every heart to heart, I just get as low of them as possible. I'm just saying now because I haven't done it, I haven't talked about it yet, but yeah, afterwards I can just use the command. But that way for the YouTube video afterwards, since I'm gonna 100% upload it on YouTube, but just the stream, I'm not gonna edit it because I'm not skilled. Not skilled yet, I guess, but not skilled now. Did I take the chest? I don't remember. No. I mean, it's a bad chest anyway, but I'm getting the money just in case. Because I'm gonna try to do it fast, but I'm not gonna like just speedrun through it. Especially in the later chapters, because I have no idea if what I'm doing is gonna be right. So yeah, alright, ancient ship deck. So I have to get it, but not because I first arrive in the thing, because on this menu I could actually just zombie over. I could just zombie over from this menu, but the enemy, the closest enemy doesn't spawn from the distance we're at, so I can't just CH and skip this location. So I have to get it, but not because we first arrive at the Titan, just because there's no enemies around, and because I have to control Rex, and even if I could control Nia, I don't have another blade on Nia, and with Dromark I would already get the location. So already chapter 1 there's some technical stuff happening, so I have to get the ancient ship deck. I'm just gonna get it. And I can't just like die on this text box, because otherwise I would just not get the landmark, but I would die and get back to Argentum, so I would soft lock. So yeah, I have to get this location, but this is the only location needed in the entire ancient ship. It's gonna be a common theme throughout this run, except for Gormott and Lifteria, I think. Pretty much, I just get the first location and I have to work my way out for the entire thing. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna do the menu and save. Very important save, because I have to do the next steps all in one go. Accessories, equip. Especially because I can't open core crystals yet, so I can't like re-get ZH. If I lose, I lose. ZH. Nasty Bear. Lysa King, Legend, and Malus Handler. Yeah. Nothing new. Very important save. I'm probably gonna save Cruxer. This should be fine. Alright. Easy, it shouldn't take long. Oh yeah, I'm doing this run on easy. I should probably add it on the either the title or somewhere, but I'm doing this one on easy just because I just want to know if it's possible to finish the game with skipping as many locations as I'm gonna skip. So I don't want to just struggle versus the bosses too much. I'm gonna run on easy. I'm not gonna pick just minimum. Just wait, I should get the cage. It's fine. No, it's not fine. I'm stupid. I forgot. Okay, I have to get ZH from the cutscene. This cutscene is very easy to get ZH from, and I just skipped it like an idiot. Okay. I should just concentrate. I should just focus on one. It's one of the few cutscenes I can just ZH on the cutscene itself. I just skipped it. Wait, I thought I saved. Oh god. Oh, probably because of that. Yeah, probably did a mistake. Alright. So I'm just gonna have my limb. And I'm gonna. Alright, so because I can just do this, that. Fine. Alright. So now I have ZH, I have zombie hover, and I need to not enter the hovering state. So I'm gonna fall off ledges with the fighting stance. So I need to be careful. Oh yeah, I can just do this. I can just do that. Please. I need to not hover. So I need to be careful. Alright, nice. Well, I need to still do the rest. I'm gonna get the chest stuff. But yeah, basically, if I was hovering, I couldn't get past the like this, but on the like upstairs, because like it's enough to block a hovering character, which is kind of stupid, but like that's the rule. Right, and now. Disabled aggro is nice. Okay. Alright. Now I can save. I'm gonna save inside. I have to actually. And now let's fight him. Just easy. Didn't hit Mallows, I'm fine. I'm okay. And if it's easy, I'm still gonna go far away. Oh, wait, can you actually? On easy, they can actually just straight up kill him. Huh. Interesting. And now I just play normally until chapter 2. Alright. So yeah, chapter 1 is pretty uneventful except for Ancient Ship. And even Ancient Ship is that eventful. It's just getting one ZH and getting best of thing. But chapter 2 is where the fun is at. Please. I never know how many text boxes this tutorial has. Can I just do tier 2 in this category? I'll just do tier. I'll just do tier 3. Okay, you just die. Okay, but alright. I should do easy more often. Oh my god. And I can save. And since I'm also with only a one-player team for the beginning of chapter 2, I cannot skip locations. So I don't have to ZH until I get near. Alright. So I think I'm gonna do until chapter 2, and until the end of chapter 2 maybe, if I can do it in one stream. I'll take this chest, just in case. Let's try breezes, who knows. So I have to get Forgotten Waste. I have to get Reich Marshland. Get the wing ship. So far nothing out of the ordinary. Well, nothing too major out of the ordinary. But once I get near, it's gonna ramp up in difficulty. Like mainland target, like mainland Gormat. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to actually get battlefield with. It's not new game plus anything. I got one. That's fine, I guess. Right. Oh yeah, I should actually menu. So you get wing chip. And love songs. To a nasty bear, I think. Save. Since it's not really a speedrun, I'm still gonna try to do it fast, but it's not a speedrun, no speedrun category, so I'm just gonna save spam my way through the game, just in case. Alright, so we arrive at the second technicality. So the Brock fight, I don't have to get CH for the fight itself, but I have to avoid going to the lake part, because that's where Master Spring is. So I have to stay in the. I can just not get ZH, but I have to stay in the area which doesn't trigger Master Spring. So basically I just have to not go forward too much. So I have to let the Brog come to me, and then I attack. So that's why I'm not going there. That's why I'm gonna let Nia. Attack him. So I need to just Thank you, Metsuki. I'm gonna say thank you in chat. Thank you. And I had to get the age. 2 seconds should be fine. If I don't crash. Okay. I don't care, Avast. Alright. Avast, I don't care. Stop trying to scan something, please. Alright, so I'm gonna. Okay. I didn't trigger my spring, right? Good. Alright. I can just go on with my day. Oh my god, I should not have tried that. I've had to fight the Brog again. If I didn't grab the ledge, the vine. I can also skip this tutorial. And then we go forward. So let me see. Chip Brag. At any point after claiming all lines. So I can just exit CH. I'm gonna do that so I don't. So I don't accidentally trigger the hovering state. Because that would be bad on such a slope. That would be very bad. This is not puzzle tree. The next spot is. And I'm gonna save because I need to do another siege on the next cutscene. All right. This might crash. I got the thing. I don't care, Vast. Please stop it. I hate invasive antivirus. I hate that. Like, I don't care. Oh my god. Alright, so 20. We're gonna hit the 27 minutes. Pretty big, but that's fine. Because all I want to know is if it's possible to beat the game like this. So I'm not gonna do everything in one stream. Well, not currently. Maybe one day I could try to make this a category on the leaderboards, but like. So yeah, wait, it's a short one. Oh my god, I did it again. It's a short one. Okay, I need to spend more time on the post screen. Well, I need to spend more time holding the death code on the post screen. Alright, cool. Yeah, you're probably gonna see the home menu a lot because I had to do the zombie harvest. I have to do so many on zombie harvest, and the timings are pretty much all different. So that's nice. I have to do probably 3 or 4 seconds. This should work. Okay, nice. I have to take a look at this guy. And if there hadn't been an enemy right there, I would have had to get the location. Or wait, maybe I could have gone back to. Okay, maybe I could have died and gone back to the first landmark. That would have been quite bad. But yeah, pretty much if I want to go fast, I needed to have an enemy right there. Because I still don't have another blade on here. So Dromac is very good, but well, actually Dromac is not good in this one. Dromac is usually very good for glitch purposes, but like, yeah. Alright, so I have to get Lasham Island. So the reason I'm gonna get Lasham Island is because it's gonna be very crucial. It's gonna be very crucial for the rest of chapter 2. I just want to not trigger the hovering state. Because we're gonna have to fight the Crabble with only Rex. And there's no way to skip locations with only Rex. So I have to get Lasham Island anyway. But also, going to traveling inside Torgoth is pretty much a no-go. So I have to go to Torgoth from Lasham Island with only Rex through a locationless path. So you're gonna see that at some point. I'm gonna get Lasham Island and have to do second siege. Right, let's save. Because from Tora's house you cannot go to the marketplace in my roll sets, because otherwise you would get Abel's Fountain and General Windmill Plaza, which you can skip by going from Lasham Island all the way to Torgoth. So I'm gonna have to do this. With Rex, with the Japanese Rex, I can just hold, so that's fine. Alright, cool. So the next location is gonna be just okay. Wait, do I get amethyst chips now? My notes say no. Yeah, just go to say Slumberco. Oh no, not Slumberco. You skip them. Yes, yeah. You go. You only go get the amethyst chip after Crabble. So, yeah, it's not really useful to go there beforehand. I'm gonna do that. Alright. Let's do this. I should just let the game run instead of... actually, I don't want to let the game run. Oh, I could just pause with plus instead of going to the home menu. But basically I don't want my items to run out. And that's why I'm not like letting the game run on the overworld. But yeah, I think pausing with plus would be fine, I guess. To look at the notes, alright. So go there, and I can go here, activate. This should be fine. I get the cutscene anyway, but like, do I have to siege? No. Okay, yeah. Fine. Cool. Torgoth Market. Why do I ST but to the shaman get the H from the ST? Right. Right, but I'm gonna buy things first. I need wind chip for draw mark. Oh, I don't need it. It's gonna make things easier. And I'm gonna do the menu right now. The skills should be able to get reflex response. And then yes, so double spinning edge, smash. Healing halo level 2. Yes, accessories. Fluffy hat to the Bentley. And yes, pouch, crimper. So now we go back to Lasham Island and get the H and walk all the way back. Just to skip the Obra Street landmark. Can you just... Okay, no, it's not enough. Okay, now I have to walk all the way back. Oh yeah, I'm not going to get the amethyst chip because I can't. I need crystal cores. I need to open crystal cores to get the H. Yeah, right. Can I do this? Okay, no. I'm not tempting fate. I am not tempting fate. Okay, that's funny. Funny Pyora. Alright. Hi Curtis. How's it going? Alright, we're going back to Torgoth. I need to walk all the way back because I can't get CH from Torgoth right now. Because the only landmark I can get in Torgoth is Thor's house. Because I have to get it. So I can get it. And yeah. So I have to walk all the way back to Obra Street. And guess what? If I can't, if I do it wrong, I have to do this again and again and again and again. So I'm gonna save on the cutscene trigger. So yeah, normally I would get Obra Street like here. And the cutscene trigger is like here. I'll put myself here. I'm gonna save on it, so I don't have to like do the ZH again and again and again and again. I'm gonna exit the ZH2. And now I have to. Do I have to die or okay? Yeah, Badrog beginning at 1 HP with only healing halo. Yeah, I have to die and see it again. Alright. This should be fine. I think. Okay. Yeah. I need to die. Because, yeah, one shot. Right. So I go back to Lashamine and then I have to DH again. I'm gonna save. And I have to do the fight. So yeah, this is gonna be a common theme. Going back to the landmark. I just like starting the fight at 1 HP. So right now I cannot continue a fight when I'm 1 HP for obvious reasons. But later on I'm gonna try to start fights on 1 HP because I don't want to do like the entirety of Oraya or Moradane on foot every time I have to do fights. Because that would be quite unlucky. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get better on like to get better at fights and stuff. But right now I cannot. I would have to grind. I don't want to grind. This is risky because like I need to not enter the hovering state either, because if I'm hovering I cannot start fights, which would be quite the trouble since I want to fight. And the thing is, right now I have to fight them and then get the ZH on the cutscene before Bridget. And if I fail that one, I have to redo this ZH instead of just being able to reload. I didn't put a fight thread, so I'm just gonna try. Did I put us like something to do? No. So it's just like a good luck. But I'm on easy, so it should be fine. I just need to nail this each. Oh, I can just kill him. I can just kill him. Right. All of this is just to skip Obra Street. By the way, it's just to skip that one location. So I have to nail this siege. I think this one is short load. I could be wrong. Right. I'm gonna die too because I know. Right, and now I'm gonna save. I'm gonna check the menu. Ooh, nice. And nice. Did you unlock anything? Cool. I was pressing. Alright. Let's go. I probably looks horrible on stream already. I hope you are doing fine with the quality of this recording. I wish I had better luck with technology, but this is the best I can provide right now. Alright, let's go. So now I have to fight Bridget. And I'm on easy, so it should be fine. But if it was Bringer of Chaos, like underleveled and stuff, and that would be a pain. But so far it's fine, and then we'll get to the ship, and the ship is a whole other bag of worms I'll have to open, because I have to do the whole ship, not sheep, ship. The short vowel. I'll have to do the whole ship without ever being able to come back, because there's no mandatory landmark on the ship, which means I have to skip them all, because if they're not mandatory I have to skip them. And yeah, that's kind of bad, because you cannot come back to the ship. Like I would have expected, like you know, some field skill check to replace the puppy cutscene or something, like what they do generally throughout the game or throughout Destiny 1, but they didn't here. They totally expected you to get the first landmark, so that means if I die, or if I die on the ship, I save afterwards, I'm pretty much soft locked. Even if I then turn off my rules, I can't go back to the ship. So let's not have that happen? Question mark? Because that would be terrible. Alright. I can just kill him. I can just. Oh my god. The half health on easy is so good. Oh my god, so satisfying. Die. Can I just? How to do this? Money. I'm gonna wait a little. I'm gonna get they do reduce damage, but she still hits hard. I'm gonna. Can you get a break? Can you get a last minute break, please? Okay, do I reset for the break for fusion combo? Because yeah, the thing is, because I'm skipping locations, I'm gonna get low EXP and low SP also. And if I don't want to grind, then I should reset for fusion combos and chain attacks. No, I don't want to redo the whole work just for this. Especially because I'm only chapter 2, so it's fine. But later chapters, I'm gonna have to reset. If I don't want to grind, it's gonna be horrible. But we're not in the later chapters. So yeah, single player, so I have to get the locations I'm going to get. So I have to get Tora's house. I have to get the Grod residential district because of what's his name? I forgot. There's an NPC you have to talk to for the rights to find me. And then I have to go upstairs, but that's fine because there's no locations where I go upstairs. So yeah, Lope. I have to get Gala. Oh yeah, Grud is the other side. I should remember that from Handle routing. But I didn't. Yay! And now you go up for Mui. Talk to Mui. Right, I don't have Nia, so it doesn't count. It wouldn't count anyway. Oh yeah, so we talk to Mui. We try to not get this, and now the fun. So I have to get. So okay, I'm gonna show. I have to get here. Targoth Market. This is my destination, but the only route I would have is either through here, see my cursor, and I would get the Ch1 windmill Plaza on the way, or through here, but I would get Obra Street. So I have to enter Torgoth from outside to go to Torgoth Market, and I have to do this 3 times, I think. So it's gonna be a long one, and I have to do it without zombie hover. So I have to take a specific route to avoid locations, because I'm gonna open the map again. But alright. So there's plenty of locations on Gormat. So there's can I zoom in? Right. So if I try to go with this path, I'm gonna get stopped by I think it's the plains of Evening Calm. I'm gonna get stopped by Plains of Evening Calm. Oops. And if I go too much here, I'm gonna get stopped by another area. So I have to go here, then go towards this area, but not all the way, because there's a location on the bridge, Hushview Bridge. So I have to go here, then so do some a detour to avoid Plains of Evening Calm, which is really huge. It's really a really huge trigger, but only vertically. Doesn't cover much horizontally. It's pretty much, so it's pretty fine. I have to go all the way here, and then I have to walk all the way back, just to avoid Plains of Evening Calm, and then I have to not get Torgoth Arch. So I have to go. I'll show when I get there. But yeah, basically, I have to do this whole detour just to get to Torgoth Market. So I hope I remember the path, but I should just be able to go forward like this. Also, I'm scared by Rothbard, so I'm gonna be careful about Rothbard. It's literally on my path. It's fine if I go left. Can I go left? Is it fine? Alright. Bye. Because this is way tree over there. Okay, now I need to. So yeah, Plains of Evening Calm extends all the way like here. So it's really, really huge. I need to avoid that. I also need to avoid Rothbard. Oh my god, Rothbard is right there. So I need to avoid the plains. I need to go. Can I go? But I also need to avoid Lake Cooley, which is also huge. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna hit the location. And it's gonna be so stupid. So like if I try to go now, I didn't hit Plains of Evening Calm yet. But I also need to not hit Side Slumber Co, which is on the left, and Plains of Evening Calm on the right. So I have to. Anyway. Alright. And I have to do it 3 times. Pain. This is pain. Also, I'm here to endure this pain, so no one has to do it. Might as well. I hope I'm not too boring in my commentary. But I can't speak too loud because I don't want to wake up my dad. Alright, this should be fine. Okay, we passed Settlemako. And now, so I need to not get Torgoth Arch, which is also huge. It's a common theme in this game. Locations are really huge, as they should be. But so I need to go on the right side and do some parkour on the right side of Torgoth to skip Torgoth Arch. You see the home screen a lot. It's gonna be a long stream. Well, not long. It's not gonna be a long stream because I'm going to stop at the end of chapter 2 for sure. If I do reach it though, I should be able to. Okay. All right. So if I stick way to the right side, should be good. This should be fine, and now I can do some parkour. I think here. No, it's here. Yeah. Right. And we're back in Torgoth Market. And I can like get the first. Oh yeah, I should have saved. I hope I get a good one because I don't want to redo the work. Agility mode, okay. Not that great. Oh my god, I hope she has Wind Mastery 2. Because I don't want to rely on another blade for that. Because I could have rerolled the wind blades, but I don't know if it's worth. I'm gonna use 91. We go up. Alright, so Sigil, yeah, now I can speak to him. Oops. Yeah. Thank you. An open merchant. Let's go to Brother's house. Can I open blades now? I don't remember. I don't remember. And I have to go back to Torgoth Market. Alright. There we go. To Lasham Island again. I'm gonna equip my wind blade. Okay, they count. Right, so it says 15. Yeah, okay. Yeah, probably use this. Yeah, if you had. Yeah, no. Please. I wish it got a healing skill. Fine. I have to go all the way back to Targoth again. Second time. So yeah, that means I have to be sure about what I'm buying at Targoth Market for the next steps. But once I get to Torah, I'm fine. Okay, wait. I played with fire right there. Okay, so Rodbart. Please do not interfere. So now I know that he's gonna go through here, so I need to be careful. I'm gonna wait until he goes under. I'm gonna save. Alright, so let's go Targoth. Should be fine like this. Yeah. Alright. So back to Targoth. Skip again. To just accept the quests and then now come back to Lesha Mainland. And I have to kill the crab now. No, it's the second one. Already buy. And now we go back to Lesha Mainland for the 1000th time. Alright, so now I need to kill the crabble. Should be fun and easy. Little crabble. Yeah, he's dead already. Oh yeah, right, I should have just gone think it's this one. Yeah. Do my notes say anything else? It's just Crabble and then we'll see. Yeah. Right. Now I need to finish the quests and then I need to go back to Ch1 Island to get the amethyst chip and stuff. Yeah, to get amethyst chip. I have to, it's not mandatory, but please run. Please go faster. I'm scared of you. Thank you. I'm not getting puzzle through. I should. I should get puzzle through. Because just farming puzzle through could be scary. Like I don't want to just farm puzzle through. I guess I could just get the Gargo March one, but like so much walking for nothing. I guess it's the safest. I should probably do that one. Right. Yes. Right. Save. So all of this just to skip Torgoth Arch and Overstreet. Just because we can skip them. Also, I played with fire over there. Nice. Alright, and we go back to Torgoth Market. We finish the quest and we get Torah. Alright. Yeah, like 1 hour and stuff. You know what I'm gonna do? Tiger, because I'm not working. I pressed the wrong button. Oh my god! Such a poo-poo hand. If I get air, it's fine. It's only the end damage that counts. So I could cheat like that. But it's invincibility, it's not what I want to do. Yes, alright, nice. I can pretend I didn't get hit. I can just pretend I didn't get hit. Oh, nice. And I have to focus. Need to not hit any spikes. Alright, now any other enemies. Did I get everything? I did, right? Okay, no. Yes. Alright, 96. I have got everything. Let's go. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna get this just to get some stuff for Puppy. It's still a change run at the end of the day. So might as well just prepare Puppy for the worst. Oh yeah. Affinity, Alsacro. Okay, Spike Defense could be good for chapter 5. AB Affinity Boost, maybe Alsacro Boost, I don't know. Specials level 1 plus. Kinda cool. But yeah, I'm especially going for crystals. I have 60,000 crystals, but I might as well just get also a few more crystals and some parts, some free parts as well. I'm not gonna farm Puppy Swap. I'm not gonna farm Tiger though. So now we get to go to Lasham Island again. Do I pull blades now, or do I wait for Nia? I think I wait for Nia. Oh no! I do not pull blades like in speedruns because I want to preserve cores for core crystals each. For core crystals on yours, right? So yeah, just zombie army from here. Okay, should be fine with this. Yeah, I'll do the menu at that moment. So now I want to get the amethyst ship. So I want to go down for the thing. Oh, I guess I took the wrong one. Oops. I guess it's fine for money. Are you? Wait, no. Okay, no. Not good. Can almost say a pretty bead. Shit. Not worth. Okay, I can just, it's JP. Right, so I can just die. That's so funny. Okay, can I wake up? I just need to do the thing I've already done 3 times, but now in another direction. It's not that hard. Really not that hard. Alright. Noise. And now we go to Hashville Bridge. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go left and then wait. Because yeah, I don't want to anger this guy. Because yeah, I go behind him. No, I think it's right here, right around the corner. Yeah. All right. we go through H2 bridge, and now there's gonna be a problem. How do we get the amethyst chip? Because we're gonna be hovering because you have to go down to the chest. So how do you escape the hovering state but not get the location which is still available around the chest? Because there's still a location, it's called Hermit's Hollow or something like that. So you still have to skip the location. And the answer is get zombie hover again. Well, I guess it's not technically getting zombie hover again, it's just keeping it but standing up. What I'm gonna do is we go here and we open a call. I didn't accept DLC, but it's fine. I can accept it right now. And now, I'm gonna do that in the same menu to save time. Substance 2. And check popular first job. Now I can just open a call. I'm gonna open the legend show, and I clicked View Awakening, and I just let this go. I just let this cutscene happen. I can skip the second one, but I have to use the first one to stand up. Okay, for a second I thought it was Ursula, not gonna lie, and I was gonna get pissed. But no, Boreas. Thank you, Boreas. Yeah, completely useless, and I'm not gonna count you because I'm not gonna use you, but thank you for appearing, Boreas. I can skip this cutscene anytime. Yeah, no. And now I'm standing up. But I don't get the location, which I would still get because the location triggers are quite huge. So I do get the amethyst chip, and I still have zombie hover. I'm gonna show it like this. I still have. Yeah, that's one way. And now we're not gonna play around. I'm just gonna go to Ch1 and save right away. Because opening calls saves the game, but I don't want to save on the location because that would be kind of bad. Because I can't start with CH. So if I save on a location, it's pretty much bye-bye if I load the save. And now, so I'm guessing I put the amethyst chip. No. We go to Argentum. Because I need to level up for the next fight. Well, I actually... On easy I probably don't need to, but I'm gonna do it for safety. It doesn't really take that much time. Okay, yeah. It's fine. And I'm gonna collect the coil chip, and then doing some any percent stuff paired with creating some puppy swap accessories. I'm gonna get the coil chip. We have to go on this. So bad. Let's go back now. So right. Right. Coil chip. Do not get stuck, please. Thank you. I don't know if it can get stuck, but We never know with this game. They get the okay. And now I buy so go down and I buy 2 maracas, 1 whisper chord, blah blah blah. 2 maracas, 1 whisper. I'm gonna buy 3 because I can, because I have money for. And I'm gonna do the thing, please. This does not count. Oops. This counts. This counts. And I'm gonna do it until Puppy gets Snap and Wisdom level 2. Well, I guess I need to up until level 3 of this one. Yeah. I need to level 3 because I literally cannot use Boreas and stuff. So I have to play by the rules and only use Puppy Alpha for Open Wisdom. It's gonna be the same for a lot of stuff. For a lot of field skill checks, I'm gonna have to level up the actual characters. Especially for leaping, Open Wisdom, super strength, and that kind of stuff. There's other clear checks which I can use comments for, and I will use comments for. But like, I have to upgrade leaping and Open Wisdom. Oh yeah, I should probably. I'm gonna have to jump a lot. Oh my god, it's so bad. Because I have to get leaping 3 for Martha. No, not Martha, but the cliffs of Martha. I'm gonna have to jump. Oh my god, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great time. Alright, target. I need to go. I need to continue. I'm done. But yeah, chapter 2 is the longest and should be the most technical one. The most technical chapter. The chapters after chapter 2 are pretty much gonna follow the formula of you only get the landmark at the start, and then you have to get to use CH the entire way through. But chapter 2 and chapter 1 are pretty different because they have huge one-player sections. And Argentum is gonna be our safe haven because we can walk pretty much anywhere in Argentum, since we had to get locations. But as we've seen with Torgoth, we're not gonna be as lucky for other cities. So yeah, Argentum is gonna be our main city and our main source of pouch items and stuff, because I'm not gonna ZH just to get to the cream orange parenthese and stuff. Way too much work for nothing. Basically, I'm gonna try to have the risks as low as possible. I want to see. Okay, I'm working on it, right? Okay. Oops. It would have been very sad if I was just like, if it was on trust level 5 and I was not working on the objective. It would be very sad. Oh god. So much is happening. And by so much I mean nothing, but yeah. Alright. what's the menu looking like? So pouch items, I want one glitter bake, then the summits, and the Marcus. Oops. Coil chip on Poppy Alpha, Amethyst on Pyra, especially because agility plus 50 on Pyra is going to be good. Check Pyra's chart. Oh, I already checked it. Some other point, check Poppy Alpha's chart. And now we craft. So, do I have spike defense outside? No. Alright, so we can get affinity, max barrier 2, and then Hunter's chemistry times 2 because I'm gonna give 1 to Puppy Cutie. If I'm not mistaken. Now we go over twice. 1, 2, 3. And equip critical restore. Oh, I didn't go to 1 critical restore 2. I forgot to type it there. Yeah, fine. So I buy both for Hunter's chemistry, affinity max barrier, and I do actually create critical restore. I'm putting critical restore because, like, even though it's not gonna heal a lot, it's still some healing. But it's not gonna heal anything, but just to be safe. Now I get herbs. Still need to finish with skills, get spongy boat. I don't have anything else. And then Habit's Vest. Gonna save. And now we're gonna actually continue towards house. Yeah. So Torres house. Let's continue gameplay. Alright. So now I have to go to the ship and stuff. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I have to go all the way up, and then go across the bridge and I get Grod, the residential district. Our residential area, I don't remember which one's called. I also need to not go left through Garagom's Arch, so I'm gonna need to do some platforming on the tree route. So that's gonna be nice. And we can activate the cutscene trigger from the left, or from the right. I don't have to get CH, get save. And I'm gonna get this spot right here. That's what we're going. Go down. I'm gonna go down this way because I don't want to risk anything. And we're gonna skip treetop path also. So that's gonna be another one. I need to be careful. But I don't want to go like too far. Like I don't want to save from too far away because otherwise it's gonna be a slug. I'm gonna save. I don't think this is good. Okay, no, it's not good. I was right in saving. I was right in saving. Alright, and now the fun is gonna really begin. Because what I've done in Argentum by improving Tora's health and Tora's defensive capabilities and levels and stuff is so that I can do the soldiers fight in the ship. And because I cannot rework my strategy once I go on the ship. Once I save on the ship, I'm done. Like I have to use what I have. Otherwise I will need to restart the entire run. So that's cool. And now I need to get the core crystals each. Another legendary. Then I'm gonna enter the death code through the cutscene. It lasts way more than 5 seconds. It's literally 3 TH. Do I get oh yeah, that's the one I was. No, I didn't miss. I wasn't missing Azami on my test remember. It was Agathe, Nubia, and me. Oh yeah, Nim. Okay, that was Nim. So yeah, no, Night Narundo, Shadow Rhapsody, no. Alright, let's go. So I need to do another ZH once I activate the cutscene, and this ZH is weird if I remember correctly because it's like it's a very short loading zone or something. A loading time, or I don't know, but I think the timing is really weird. I think this is fine. Bruh. I have one less score now. I'm glad I didn't save. Like, I wanted to save on the trigger so I didn't have to do a core crystals each every time, but I'm glad I didn't save. At least. Yeah, it's very small cutscene trigger. Right. We're going to do another core crystals each. So who is gonna disappoint us this time? Avast Edwick. Alright. Who is gonna disappoint us this time? Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, are you? So you're ice. Ice is bad because it's not what I need. But it's a lance, I guess. into the ground. I guess I'll take your lands. It's not good. It's not good. It offers dexterity, boost damage. No, I'm gonna keep my wind blade. So I need to have a single digit number. I'm gonna go for like 5 or 6. Oh yeah, I'm trying to not like use the how to say this. Basically, sometimes the number at the top, like it's not exactly placed on the cutscene trigger. Sometimes on the so there's a few cutscene triggers where the number shown, like it's not really symmetrical around the point where it's 0 on the thing, if it makes sense. Like it's not placed exactly at the center. I'm assuming they had to manually place the point where they put the cutscene trigger center in quotation marks. Alright, this time I should be able to save. I'm gonna take the gamble. 5 should be enough. 5 should be enough. I'm gonna take the gamble. Alright, now let's do this siege. I need to wait a long time because it's a very short loading zone. Yeah, nice. I have to use a core crystal, but that's fine. I just need to save in between locations. Is that fine? I could just reset until I get a stunning siege, but nah. I need to be careful though, because now I'm saving over location. So yeah, that's gonna be fine. Not fine. Please be a common blade, a good. I don't care. Oh my god, please. That's like the worst blade to get. Just from any percent standpoint. It's nothing about the design, it's just ice mastery, forestry. It's not good for any percent. And so not good for low percent either. Since I want blades to complete my to clear my field skill checks without having to rely on my aura blades too much. Alright, so I have to be really careful. No. Can I save it? I have to do another one. Fuck. I have a limited amount of cores, so I need to not use them too much. Oh no. That's bad. Okay. I hate this place. You hover way too often. So is it me or is the camera zooming in too much? No, wait, no, again, it's fine. Another ice? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, okay, movement recovery. That's pretty cool. Dexterity, savage. But I like the movement recovery. It gives me a healing skill at least. Still bad though. I'm not gonna equip her now. Okay. I think you could have pooped me out. Right. Should I? I want to save. I want to just save, but like I should probably just go forward. Alright. I can save on the cutscene trigger. Yeah, I can save on the cutscene trigger itself. That's fine. That's fair game. Alright. This should be fine. I hope I'm not past the trigger. That's what I'm fearing. Alright, is it, do I have to reset the entire run? Let's find out. Okay. Again. Now I just need to get ZH. I think this is fine. This is not fine. Alright. I need to get ZH. Like usually it's fine to die, but not on the ship. Not on the ship. I have to actually reload. Okay, can I do this sub 2 hours? Probably not, but I'm gonna try. Whew. I'm gonna stop at the end of chapter 2 though. I don't want to go to go too much on this stream because it's gonna be night. I kind of want to get some sleep at some point. Yeah. Very short. Probably crash. Oh, it didn't do anything. Even better. Even better. Maybe I held it wrong. Come on, get this. 15. Kingdom Hearts. I wonder if the Kingdom Hearts are going to switch soon. Alright, let's go back to run. Okay, so third try is the charm, right? I got 1 HP and I do. So stupid. I got 1 HP, but it didn't count as ZH. Are you kidding me? I hate that time window. Like, it's a small time window to get this situation, but it happened. So third try was not the charm, I guess. And I have to do this. I can't do otherwise. I need to nail this edge. To nail this. I don't like the CH. Please work. Right. Once I'm past chapter 2, I'm gonna be able to just die, and that just means I have to do more walking, but at least I don't have to like reset as much. Here I have to ZH, so I have even like a tinier window of opportunity. Because for most cutscene triggers, the window would be bigger because I could just die instead of having to ZH, and I could like I don't get this. I don't get to 1 HP but don't get ZH. Like this is absurd. So it should be fine. I crashed. It's fine. But now it gets stuck on that for a while till I get it, till I get it, till I get it, till I get it. I have to do this. I have to wait until the game opens again, and I have to do it, and I have to do it. Alright. Continue. Please. This should be fine. This is not fine. Please. I just want to go through this fight, through the next fight, and through Dougal. Because Dougal is the most stressful fight of the entire run. I think, in my opinion. Because I actually have to start it at 1 HP. Since I can't die to get off the ship. Alright. I hate this CH. It's not a fun time. It's the only one like this for some reason. And I hate it very much. I hate it very, very much. I hate it very, very much. I hate it very much, very much, very much, very much, very much. I should stop singing. Oh my. I'm dying. I'm cringing at myself and I'm cringing at the game. Please. Come on. This is just pain and suffering. Maybe the key is to stay silent, completely silent. And just start the game, please. Okay. At least I got a different result. I guess. That's better, I guess. Thank you, Shenkat. Thanks for the good looks. I'm just dying inside, trying to get this ZH to work. It's the only one of its kind too, which is so stupid. Because basically there's a window where you can get to 1 HP, but not get the ZH state for some reason. I don't know if it's the only one of its kind, but like... See, like this. This is BS. This is complete bullshit. Come on, please. So basically what I'm trying to do is get Zombie Hover to skip the location. Solitary block number 1. Because it can be skipped, so I have to skip it. With my low percent rules. But yeah, this Zombie Hover is kind of bad. I have to... Maybe I should just time it better. This maybe? Yes! 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 Fine! I'm out. I just need to open the core crystal. Stand up. Okay, I just need to stand up. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save the hell. I'm gonna do the soldiers fight and save. Or maybe no, I'm gonna save before the soldiers fight. Probably better. Probably better. Oh my god. Yes. Adeline, I don't care because I can't use you. No. And I didn't get solitary book one. Nice. Alright. Go forward. Alright. So yeah, I was suffering on this for like 10 or so minutes. So you can imagine the pain of having to close the game and restart every single try. If you're still here, of course. Oh god. Now we can go. Well, I guess I don't have to go this way. I'm gonna save here. Yeah, I can save here. Okay, yeah, I can get the one ship. I still have ZH, so I can do this. I get it, just in case. I'm gonna risk the money. So now I have to do these fights, but it's one of the rare fights I don't have to start with this ZH, so I don't have to start on 1 HP. Alright, let's go. Should be able to build them. Oh yeah, it's probably better if I can activate the cutscene. You know, probably better. This one I don't have to care about the location because I have to get it. Alright, so either I have to get it or I have to get a landmark, but I would rather get this location instead. Even though the landmark would be way better in terms of management, but I don't know, I prefer having this location, so I don't have to go through the ship 1,000 times. Right. I need to activate this text box right there for the key item, because they don't give the key item if you can't activate the text box. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to open the armory and I wouldn't be able to progress. And so this is why I need the location, because once I do get the key item, I can't die because I don't have a landmark and stuff. So I have to get either a location, this exact location, or I will need to die but come back to a landmark on the ship, because if I go out of the ship, it's a soft lock, because there's no way back on the ship if you don't have any landmarks on it. So yeah, another technicality. Just from this text box alone. Just from this text box. So Hainia, the squad is pretty much complete. Once we have Morag and Bridget, we're pretty much unstoppable. Alright. Yeah, sorry to back to. Alright, I'm gonna save. Well, it was not necessary because I need to do core crystallization anyway. But yeah, so now, any menu? No. Okay, no menus. Yeah, I'm gonna give a command blade to Nia. I'm gonna try at least. Alright, so who is gonna disappoint us today? Well, not today, this time. So used to say today. Who's going to disappoint us? If it's another library, I'm going to scream inside. And game, I hate you. Okay, alright. You could have given me Zenobia on my Hundo playthrough, so I wouldn't have to just guess, and I wouldn't have to not route your stupid boss in the stupid quest for Zenobia. So that way I would not have an empty square there. You know, you could have just given me Zenobia during the Gen farm. That would have been very nice. So now each time that I see Zenobia, I'm just gonna scream internally. End of rant. I'm just gonna not use Zenobia anyway. I'm still gonna go for. So now that I have Stitch, I can just skip awakening. Yeah, I want to comment on. Oh, HP, nice. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so resist Earth, Beast Slayer. Wind's very good. Nice. Also, Shigusa, it's the name of my first blade on my. It's the name of my wind blade on my main playthrough. Yay. Hello, Shigusa. So resist Earth. Is that someone that uses Earth on the story round? Like that actively uses Earth? I guess this could be good for Wolfwick. That could be good for Wolfwick, so that Nia doesn't like just die, I guess. So I guess that could be situationally okay. I should still have speech anyway. Alright. Let's go. I guess this is good. And then now getting the key item in the armory. Yeah, I have to open the armory door. I don't have to. I did not have ZH. Interesting. I'm glad that I saved. So yeah, so if you skip the awakening, that it... Oh yeah, no, I literally equipped the blade. I literally equipped the blade. Okay, alright. Okay, so yeah, you do give and then get siege. Alright. So give the command blade to Nia and then get siege. Alright, I'm glad I didn't like save on another location. I'm stupid. Oh my god. I literally equipped blade on Nia, which reset siege. Alright, so Zenobia was completely garbage too. Sure, if I can get a better one. Let's try. Alright, can I get a better command blade? Probably not. I'm just gonna get another rare. I'm gonna be salty. A little salty at least. Alcora. No, I don't have anything to say to Cora, that's fine. Cora is fine. It's just Zenobia. I don't have to activate the cutscene, I can just get the item and leave. I'll leave to come back, but I can leave now. Go upstairs. Open sesame. I'm gonna get the chest. Now I'm not angry anymore because I can actually move on the game. I'm not stuck. Alright, and then once we arrive to Dougal, I'm gonna be crying inside again because it's gonna be one of the most technical fights of the entire game. And not because of the fight itself, but because I have to nail 3 CHs from Dougal. At the beginning of phase 1, at the beginning of phase 2, and at the end of phase 2. And all in one go. So yeah, get this one. Make sure I don't hit any of them. I don't know how you call them in English. Artial, nice. I don't know how you call those. Stools. I think it's stools. I don't remember. I'm French, so I'm bad at English. Kappa. Active the platform. Make sure to not go back, go down too fast. I want to make sure to not hover. Okay, I'm being cautious. Alright, Dougal. I can save on trigger because I should be right. I'm gonna. We can get something. What's the first skill I put from there? I had yet to get any skill. Okay, so I guess maybe Ether, so that she heals better. Plus it's on the way to Tooth and Claw. that could work, but also I'm not gonna gain as much SP, as many SP. So, I'm gonna. I need to do this here. Anyway. I guess anywhere in the hand, yeah, is fine. So, level 9, level 8, level 7. Oh, this could be good. And I didn't put a blade on her. Okay, so I cancel ZH from doing this. You already have fluffy head to balance. I should. And I'm not gonna. Alright. Let's go. Okay, so now I have to do a ZH here. It has to be a ZH, so I'm gonna have to start at 1 HP with Rex. So I have. Okay, yeah, nice. So pretty much I need to not do anything until I get healed because of grenade. It's literally just grenade. I'm gonna wait until it should be fine. Nice, alright. And now I have to do a second ZH in the same vein. This should be fine. And the same thing, I need to wait until I get healed. I probably should get the X on start instead of if open. I'm gonna let them do their thing. Oh yeah. Chapter 2, I don't care too much about fusion combos. I still need to do this each. So, yeah, okay. Any enemies? Okay, no, yeah. Doesn't matter anyway. I can get a skill chip. Oh, that could be good. Unless it's on a thing. Man. I mean, I could get it and then warp, I guess. But it doesn't matter. Okay, no, I'm gonna just go straight into the fight. Man. I don't want to do another siege. Just for a skill chip. Alright, so time to do the Morag fight, and then I'm gonna end the stream after that because oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna do one chapter per stream, or maybe two, but max 2. Alright. So this next fight, I don't have to do any CH because if I stay in this square, I do not get the location that starts here for the base. Now the location at the entrance. So as long as I stay in this square, I'm fine. And this square is more than enough to fight Morag and Budget. So I think you can just. I'm scared. I'm gonna go here. I'm scared. Wait, as long as I stay in the square, I'm fine, and I can finish chapter 2. Yeah. And that's the end of chapter 2. After this, I'm gonna try it for a fusion combo. Since this fight I don't have to stress about the H and stuff, I'm just gonna go for. I'm gonna reset until I get the fusion combo. Please, very fast. Get break. Nia, please. I need you to get break. Please. Please. She's already dead from anything. I absolutely want any fusion combos and chain attacks I can get that don't require too much risk. So I'm gonna go for fusion combo. Because since I don't get locations, I'm not gonna get their EXP and SP. So the EXP part is it could be really frightening for later chapters. I'm gonna try to get everything I can get. And since it's not a speedrun, I can just reset whenever I feel like it. So yeah, I'm gonna go. So as long as I stay in the square, fine. Right. There's not much. It's actually hard on easy because you do too much damage. Like my tier 4 is absolutely gonna wreck her, so I will need to. I just need to do a tier 3 and hope she doesn't get killed during the tier 3 or something. So it's actually kind of hard to get fusion combo. Lul. But yeah, since it's gonna be the end of the stream, I'm allowing myself to reset as much as I want on Morai to get a fusion combo. I guess I could just go until I get tired, but I don't want to do that. Right, now I need a break, please. Yeah, break. Please. Yeah. Switch to roll mark, please. Yeah. Please. Yeah. 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 Yeah, change blades, please. Nia. Just... I hate this. Oh my god. Nia, please. For the love of anything. Just break. Just go on Dromark and then break. Or maybe I should have looked at the arts on... Because she's really bad on great axes and don't think she has anything on great axes. So I probably should not have equipped that blade if I wanted breaks. And now I've saved on the triggers. I can't really save it. So if I want a fusion combo, I'm gonna need to work for it. Maybe I should go for a different tree then. Or maybe I should go for fire. Just do this. And that way she stays on Dromark to Steam Bomb because of her AI, and then I can just charge my tier 4 maybe. No. Alright. Alright, please. No. Get a break. Break. It didn't count. Alright. Okay, one last time. Maybe not one last time, but please. I'm so... I just want a fusion combo, even if it doesn't grant me that much EXP. It's still EXP, and I need EXP, please. Please. Even if it's not that much EXP, I still need the EXP. So please cooperate me. But yeah, okay, I have some time to do tier 3. Read the skills? Nope. Maybe she can kill the breakout? Nope. Even if it's not that much, I still want the XP, please. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here until I get the XP. And then I'll stop the stream because I need to sleep at some point. And then next stream will be beginning at chapter 3. So we still have a bit of Gauntlet left. So that means we don't have to go back to Lasham Island and stuff. But, I should not use anti-shock. Okay. This should kill. I'm stupid. Breath again. She was non-drawback, so it wouldn't have happened. I just need to wait for tier 3 and then just do tier 3 at that moment. I'm just way stupid. Alright. I'm probably gonna do that for every risk-less fight. For fights where I have to nail the siege afterwards, I'm probably not gonna do it like that many times. Those fights, I'm gonna try. Alright. I'm gonna go for tier 4. Alright. I'll break, please. I need another break. I know you can do it near. I know you can do it near. Oh, this might only kill. Yes! Let's go! Let's go! I got the fusion combo. I can end. I can end the stream on this cutscene. I should have put more sound, I guess. You couldn't hear anything. They should have put this version of the music in Smash instead of the remix they made. But I'm still glad they did have this thing gone. Putting out the attack in the Smash game. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here. I guess it's kind of long. Okay. Alright. Save. did it. We finished chapter 2. I'm gonna post the timer to 24:43 for today. Alright. Probably can't really save it, but maybe I can write it somewhere. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream because I reached the end of chapter 2, and I think it's a good way to stop. And next time I'll try to do chapter 3. So yeah, I did chapter 1 and chapter 2 because chapter 1 is very short. So yeah. But I think next stream I'm gonna try chapter 3. It's gonna be a very wild ride, since there's Macos at the end. Malos and Echoes are gonna wait at the end. It's not gonna be a fun time, but yeah. So yeah, bye. And bye YouTube too. Yeah.